Yo, what's up, everybody? Once again, it's Brand Man Shine on a Saturday morning, straight up off the phone, and I got two things I got to talk about today, right? And as you know what, I'll talk about this first. For the very first time, I'm opening up to the public live branding sessions. Live branding sessions. Now, what's a live branding session? And it's going to be next Friday. We're just talking about next Friday right now. There are branding sessions where I get with artists, a small group of artists, a maximum of 5. There's only 5 spots that will be available, and we go deep into everybody's brand. You get objective opinions that you never would have gotten before, and like we go deep, bringing up ideas. How do you improve your brand? How do you get into the next steps of your brand? Giving you the opinion just from a first impression. There's a lot of things that we go through, but it's getting people. We've gotten some people to make some big strides off of those sessions. I've been doing them in the background with small selected groups. Going to try it out with the public for the first time. Not promised that I'm doing it more than just next Friday, but if you want to learn more about that, check out the link in the description below. But next, all right, this is a problem that a lot of artists are going through. A lot of artists. And what is that? This is the idea that you have to get outside your own city to get supported by your city. So many artists say this, all right? I hear it all the time, and they think it's just them. But I posted about this on Instagram this morning. Legit was talking about it in one of his interviews. And there's a psychological aspect to it. Twofold, there's 2 reasons. And everybody almost has to go through this. Think about the fact that Drake didn't get put on by Toronto. Drake put Toronto on, right? Like if you're where I am, it's hard for me to be inspired by you. And that's what a lot of people are looking at. When you're in your city, you might be popping and like talented, but at the same time, you didn't make it out. And that's when you can be an inspiration for people. There's people who are basketball players that are super dope, right? Super dope. They're more talented than somebody who made it to the league, but they got caught up in drugs or whatever happened. Right, and they didn't make it, and that person's not an inspiration in the same way that the person who was less talented who made it out was, right? Because you are still where I am. You can't inspire me. I might admire your talent, but I can't be inspired by you, and that's a completely different conversation. And then there's a level of hustle, and there's so many other things. So keep that one thing in mind. Now, the second part is just validation. Right? And when we talk about validation, think about the fact that you got people who are people you already know, people who are already familiar with you. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousins, the homies where you are. They love you for reasons outside of just your talent. So they might rock with your talent. In some ways, they have a bias maybe towards your talent just because of who you are. But it's a whole another story when they see other people supporting you for just that talent, right? They have no other reason to love you, have no other reason to F with you at all. That's a whole nother level. And it's just, even if it's not your friends within your city, you're still familiar and you're just from around the corner. They might know other talented people. It's a whole nother thing when you see somebody else outside of that. And you're like, yo, somebody where I'm from is getting validated. Once again, then it flips right back to the inspirational aspect. So getting that testimonial from people outside of where you're from, oftentimes, pretty much always, especially when we're talking about smaller cities, that's going to be the level up for you. Because at the end of the day, it's hard to inspire somebody to be greater than they are when you're in the same place that they are. They might agree with the words that you say, or they might agree with the hustle and grind and the platform that you have, but it's never the same when they feel like it's someone who did it themselves. They are where they are. That's just the way it is. Dang. That always puts that song in my head. I was about to start singing Tupac. Anyway, once again, also, if you're interested in the live branding sessions, getting information on that is in the link in the description below. Only 5 spots available for this. That is it. It will only be next Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it for the public again after that, but check that out. And yo, y'all have a good weekend, bruh. This is the way it is. Get outside your city, put in that hustle. You might have a platform in your city, but at the same time, it's start to get out. It start what the hell? It's time to start getting out. I'm not gonna edit none of that out. Hey, y'all have a good weekend. If you like this video, go hit the like button. If you like it, you might as well share it. And if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe.